What's going on, ladies and gents? It's your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself, and today, guys, the Nintendo Direct that just kind of released a little earlier. It was short, not the usual ones. It was called a Nintendo Direct Mini, but it was packed to the gills with the good stuff, you know? So I'm gonna just give you guys my impressions and the games I thought was really cool. And yes, we have more Monster Hunter World beta gameplay, guys. I have tons of this. And with the next beta coming up in a couple of days, I'm gonna have even more, but it'll be kind of redundant because the real game is coming out like a week later. But anyway, let's get to the real good stuff. Okay, so you all know I'm a huge Nintendo fan. So the day that I die and then after that. But when I saw this Direct, I was hoping to get, like, you know, maybe one or two games kind of cool and the rest of them just be kind of filler stuff that I don't really too much care about. But right off the, literally right from the jump, I was good to go. I was done. I didn't have to see a single second after the very first game they showed, which was The World Ends With You. Having The World Ends With You, that's a tough one to say really quickly. The World Ends With You Final Remix Deluxe Edition Ultra Arcade and Knuckles, whatever. I don't care about the extra stuff. I just care about the raw game itself. It is the same game we played on the DS 10 years ago with an additional epilogue at the end. I'm not sure if the epilogue is in the iOS version or anything like that. I know they did bring the game out to phones a few years back. I don't know if it's in there, but if it isn't, that's cool. Brand new stuff to go take a look at. It's one of my favorite RPGs like ever, I'll admit. And between it and Splatoon, and Jet Set Radio are like my three favorite core Japanese games. Like, I mean, you can look at Splatoon and kind of get that Jet Set Radio feel, and you look at The World Ends With You and you really get that Jet Set Radio feel, and then, well, when you put the two together, you kind of get Jet Set Radio in a sense, and I really love those three games. But we get ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about Jet Set Radio because it wasn't actually announced, so that's a bummer. Regardless, though, The World Ends With You looks really good. Another game we look forward to is Mario Tennis Ace. Now, I'm a fan of Mario Tennis, but I'm more of a fan of the story. Now, the story in the Game Boy Advance version was probably one of my favorite games. Not the Game Boy Advance versions. I think the Game Boy Color one was like my favorite ever, or it might have been Game Boy Advance. Can't necessarily remember, but it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it back in the day, a long time ago when I was a young little sprout. And it's good to see that they're actually bringing it back. Another story mode that is. So I'm really hyped to see that they are bringing it back. And I might actually get a chance to play it because the last one was just kind of whatever. I really wasn't feeling it, truth be told. Donkey Kong making his return back again. I was just thinking, like, yo, it's about time for another Donkey Kong game. Granted, it's a port. There's another port on my favorite list here I'm going to talk to you guys about briefly, but Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze was actually a game that I never actually got a chance to play, because normally whenever I don't get a chance to play a game is because my money wasn't right at the time which its release was. And the reason I didn't get it was because the same day it came out, Bravely Default came out, and I bought the collector's edition for Bravely Default, and that sent me back like a good like 70 or 80 bucks, something like that. So pick one or the other, and I chose Bravely Default because it just looked better to me in my opinion. But I'll finally be able to get to play my man's really soon, so that's really cool. Kirby Star Allies is another Kirby game. I shouldn't have to say more about it. Kirby games are made in a particular formula that just does not break. You know what I mean? It's honestly, you can look back at like some of the earlier Kirby games and put up to like this current one right now, and you'll be like, what did they change? They changed two things. That's okay though, because the game is perfect anyway. So I'm always down for another Kirby game, so I'm excited to see that. Hyrule Warriors. This is the other port I was telling you guys about. I loved Hyrule Warriors to death. I played that game like immensely. I never got a chance to play the 3DS version because at the time Bravely Default was still taking all my time away. So it's good to know that they're bringing the Definitive Edition on. It's gonna have all the content from the first Wii U game and all the stuff on the 3DS game, combining like 30 characters, like 50 different scenarios, and a whole bunch of stuff. And the fact that it's actually going to be slightly boosted in terms of graphical fidelity because it's the Switch, maybe, fingers crossed, I don't know. But if that's truly the case, then yo, that's what's up. I'll take that. I'll take 60 FPS, you know what I mean? 1080p 60 FPS, I'll take that all day if that's how it's going to go down. Another game, I'm going straight from a list, guys, if you hadn't figured it out, but SNK Heroines. Now, I love fighting games, I really do. And SNK games are really cool. Truth be told, Fatal Fury is one of my favorite games. Samurai Showdown. Samurai Showdown 4 is like my favorite SNK fighting game, period. Bar none. That game is so good. But SNK Heroines are bringing the female characters from like a slew of SNK games. Metal Slug and Fatal Fury. Samurai Showdown. King of Fighters. This is like the only SNK games that I know, but they're bringing the female characters from these games together, and they're going to have like a good old tag fighting game. And honestly, I shouldn't have to really say too much more about that. I mean, it's a tag fighting game. I love fighting games. I love tag fighting games. So it is a very simpler design. Is that a word? But it's like, I think it was like one button gives you everything. But I mean, I guess, I mean, I'll pay like 20-30 bucks for it and just kind of play when I'm just chilling. So it's not that big of a deal for me. The last one I want to talk to you guys about, well, second to last one, but we're running out of time here. I'm gonna wrap it up really quickly for you. Is the, I think it's pronounced Ys 8 or something like that. It looked really cool. I've never played a Ys game before. It looked like Xenoblade Chronicles, but it also kind of looked like Monster Hunter a little bit. So I was like, ooh, I really want to try that out. It just looks great. While we have a little bit of time left, Payday 2. Payday 2, I'm totally going to be playing that because I never played a Payday game before, and it's online cooperative, and I love me some online cooperative games, and we can potentially add that to the channel or even stream it or whatever, and have a lot of fun with that if you guys actually want to give that a whirl. But as it stands, that's pretty much it. That's all the games I really look forward to on this Direct, and needless to say, it was a very good Direct. But yeah, 2018 is looking great for the Nintendo Switch. What do you guys think about it? In the comments, let me know.